Hey guys, StarCraft here, and well, you know what this means. Yeah, serious talk, but not a explosive rant, not anymore. It's going to last night, but now I just don't see the point. I personally feel it's the community that is Comicsgate, what it's become, it's imploding. It clearly is, because we've all lost the plot. This isn't going to be my last time talking about it. Well, okay, I'm not going to say that because obviously every time I say that, I end up doing another one of these videos. What the hell? But again, there's not going to be a blowing up rant. But seriously, the fact is, I've said this before, but it bears repeating. And for those of you who haven't seen my past videos, I've been in and around this community since the early days, before diversity in comics, when it was just Cummings and Englentine and Unranked and Frugal and Comics Division and all that. I still remember those days. Great time. Great time. And then when Diversity Comics came in, he started, again, he was starting out small. Then he just started exploding, and I'm like, okay. And now here's from my observation of where things started to go off the rails. When Comicsgate started, it was about trying to get the big two to change and stop doing the politics. To be like, try and be better, alright? Then, as time went on, you started getting what I personally call the troll culture. You started getting those who were thinking about, let's go and tag in these pros and give them shit. Let's just start focusing on memes, all of that stuff. And that's where it feels like we started to lose the point, initially. And that started with Diversity in Comics, not him himself, but his cult of personality he gathered. And I know this for a fact because, like last year, I had actually a Twitter conversation with Tamara Bonvillain. And we went back and forth, reasonable, no one butted in and threw off the message. Then at one point, I even said, like, please, you cannot tell me you really believe that, Zach is sending his people after you. And she actually admitted it. No, I don't really think that. I know he doesn't do that. Just wish he would actually rein him in. And when I saw that, now looking back then, I kind of, I didn't scalp, I didn't see much of it, but now I look back, I think that was Tamara being real. She was being sincere about things. And I think that's how some of these pros really do see it as, is that, they do get these messages. Sometimes they might blow it out of proportion, or maybe they do take it as this someone sending a bunch of them from one person, but they think it's from a bunch of different people. Who knows what's going on? Maybe some of these people are making up. I don't know. I really don't know. But the fact of the matter is, again, there have been cases of people who have contacted the pros and start saying, oh, fuck you, you did it. It's like, guys, be a little respectful. Now, I know some of these pros, there are some who are batshit insane. Cena Grace, for example, among others. And then there are others who are sheltered. The long school ones who are more used to being at convention and people are like, worshipping the ground the ground they walk on. Things like that. But then there are those who are the more recent ones who haven't developed that mindset, who are more on social media, but are not the insane ones. And then like Scott Snyder, Tom King, Donnie Cates, etc. Those who started out reasonable still are reasonable. And yet, well, okay, I'll get to those in a minute. Then Ethan Van Sciver came on and started pushing this whole notion of after Zach started doing Indiegogos, Ethan started joining in and started bringing in other creators. Okay. But people then started to notice it started becoming more about the creators involved, which is something I think even Englentine had called out on. And people say, it's a consumer revolt. Yes. But eventually it started becoming less about let's change the industry. And yes, there was a brief time where it felt like, there's no way of changing it. It's going downhill fast. And then everyone started focusing internally on, let's just focus on making this bigger. But then it just feels like now once we start focusing internally on, let's just focus on our own stuff in here, is when the problem started. The next part of problems, I should say, where it became, oh, we got to think about the whole group. It's like, once you start looking at Comicsgate as this, not even a community, but as a business venture, then yeah, that's when you start to, once you look at that, no wonder you're starting to have people starting like, how dare you do it? Look at what you're doing in the name. It's like, guys, think this through. And now, again, people are divided, all this stuff, because we're focusing internally. The fact of the matter is, Comicsgate has become, in its own way, no better than the being what we left Marvel from. And now you also get to the point where you have some people are basically saying, oh, you're talking about good Marvel and DC and want us to encourage us to buy it? Oh, fuck you, you're a shill. I have no respect for you because you are pushing it the big two and we should. It's like, guys, wasn't that the point? Marvel and DC, well, more Marvel than DC, are improving. Shouldn't we be encouraging people to end the show, tell them, see, buy more of this, as opposed to being like, nope, they lost us, burn it all to the ground, it's going to collapse, just bleed them dry. It's like, guys, that's not what we started this for. That's not what you guys started it for. All right, but now it's all about trolling and Indiegogos. That's all it's about now. I hardly seen people talk about their favorite comics unless someone starts the topic, or it's occasional things. But I see more and more hatred for the big two, and sometimes knee-jerk reactions to when they're trying to do stuff like Perch once pointed out. They did that whole stuff about what's coming up with Runaways. Nick Lowe, the editor, makes a joke saying the newest heroes coming out, and what everyone do? They just started immediately being like, oh, what's going to have a Latino? Oh, what are they going to do about that? Guys, even I could tell that was about the Runaways. And once they announced it, the shows how everyone dropped in, like, oh, whatever. See, because if they announced it right away like that, no one would care. You'd hype it up with like the new latest team, and then that would get some people like, oh, what's going on? Oh, interesting. As opposed to being outraged. And again, Nick Lowe was being funny. He wasn't being serious there. But nope, people have to take it as, oh, he was deadly serious. And yet, beforehand, people were saying, why can't they be more fun and humorous and jokey? They're being fun, humorous, and jokey. You take them seriously. Make up your mind. But again, it feels like everything's become so cynical and so knee-jerky, as I like to keep saying. But that's what it's become. And now you're having everyone turning on each other more. You're having Ethan starting to throw England into the wolves. And I'm sorry, that tweet, how it's like, oh, I have fans, but England, it's like, England does have fans. And so I know there's some people who want to bash himself for what happened during the debate last year. The fact of the matter is, he kind of saw this coming. So did I last year. And it's become because we've lost the plot. We don't care about fixing the industry or whatever, which is what it used to be. And to think, oh, they're not listening. They kind of are to a degree, because again, look at what Marvel's doing. They're getting better. They're still making some mistakes, but they're making better, and we should encourage them. We cannot expect to be a flip the switch, 180, snap your fingers, and oh, it's all magic going back the way it used to be. It's not going to happen. I said it before. That's not going to happen. And we got to try and encourage them with our dollars to keep on doing it. Now, you guys are weighing up the choose. I'm not saying you guys have to buy stuff. If you guys are that disenfranchised or whatever, that's fine. But please, for the love of God, if you see someone like myself or Ingleton or others who are encouraging others to still buy the book and say, this is good, buy it, then shut up and let them do it. I mean, I did hypocrites much. People complain about England team doing that, and yet Zach, your boy Zach, still does it in his show once in a while. What, is he untouchable? Is he the only one that's allowed to talk about good books and recommendations that are from the big two? I don't get it. This was a bit of a rant and just off top, all over the place, but it's probably not going to be my last word, I admit, but this is just falling apart, and it is just depressing to watch. That's all I gotta say. Hope you guys are happy where things are, because I'm sure not. That's all I gotta say. And I do wish things go back to the way they were. I really do. Take care, guys.